Hi guys, welcome to Miss Kentucky Proud. I'm Alex, Miss Kentucky, and I have a very special guest with me to interview today. Now, over the next couple of videos, we're going to be showing you guys all kinds of careers in agriculture. And a career in agriculture isn't just being a farmer. There's a lot more to it than you think. So today, I have a very special guest. Mr. Beeler, would you like to go ahead and introduce yourself?
I'm Warren Beeler. I am the Executive Director of the Governor's Office of Agricultural Policy.
Is this something that you always knew you wanted to end up doing? Is this something that was a new opportunity? Like, kind of tell us a little bit about that path.
Well, it's not the most fun story. I was a pig farmer for many years, it got so bad in December of '98. Somewhat, Alex, like it is right now, and hogs got to 10 cents, and we had 1,200 sows, and we were losing so much money. I said, you got to get a real job. And Billy Ray Smith, who was Commissioner of Ag at the time, we were just starting Kentucky Proud at that time, way back 20 years ago. And he gave me a job, and I'll owe him the rest of my life. He was wonderful. And I worked over there 16 years in different shows and fairs and animal marketing and over market news. And then, about almost 5 years ago, the governor's office called, and I moved over to the governor's office of ag policy. And a lot of people don't know about the governor's office of ag. What it is, it was invented when the tobacco settlement money came in. When they figured out cigarettes would kill you, everybody was suing the cigarette companies one at a time, and the cigarette companies couldn't handle that. And they said, if you quit suing us, we'll pay. Well, 46 states took them up on it, and Kentucky's the only state who had the right people in the right place. Roger Thomas, Pete Worthington, Adrian Arnold, those really good old legislators that just stuck and loved agriculture. They put the money, half of it in healthcare and half of it in agriculture. And that's how the governor's office, we administer the tobacco settlement money. And it's been amazing. We've invested $626 million in agriculture in 18 years. Agriculture has grown on a very low market by $2 billion over that time at Farmgate.
That is incredible. So what kinds of projects do you all fund?
Well, we fund a project you might be fairly familiar with called Kentucky Proud. And, it's amazing what we've seen with Kentucky Proud. Local food is on fire. There's a difference between eating out of the can, eating out of the garden. And what you've done has been so special as the primary promoter of that particular program. We fund the Kentucky Beef Network. We fund the Kentucky Hort Council, Kentucky Dairy Development Council. We do projects all over the state. When I got here 20 years ago, we had 12 USDA meat processing plants. Now we have 27, and we're in the process of looking how we can expand that 27, because now it takes 2 to 3 to 5, 6 months to get one processed if you call in today. So our money has meant to make a difference economically at farm level. 35% of the money goes to the counties based on how much tobacco base they had in 1997. 2 counties don't get any money, Pike and Knott. But what we did, we took state money the last 2 years and give them $30,000 we hadn't dealt with. So it's been great. Agriculture is such a high risk business. Farming is such a high risk. It has to. What if everybody in the world had to rain this week for them to get a check on Friday? I mean, who would do it? But so we kind of live on hope, and but it's science. It's very applied, high tech science. Is what agriculture has become, and it's neat. We're managing risk better than we ever have. If it doesn't rain, we've got irrigation. We don't only have irrigation. We've got a project, Alex, where we put the fertilizer with the water when we irrigate that puts it on the crop at exactly the right time. And so much out here. What's interesting about agriculture is all the things we don't know yet about agriculture. We've got this group that came in the other day, had a product called Artemisia. Artemisia is the only medication for malaria in the world. They came to Kentucky because they grow it like tobacco. But that's not the interesting thing, not malaria. It's that they use it in other countries. Like we use chemo to treat cancer. There's a cure for cancer out there. You know it, I know it. We haven't figured it out yet. It's in some plant. It's in agriculture somewhere. And I mean, it's all the things we don't know yet that makes it so interesting and so exciting. It's in a weed. It's in something that we just absolutely haven't figured out God put it on this earth for a reason, and we haven't gotten there yet. And that's the reason when you go to schools and you talk to people about agriculture, that's the exciting part. Is what we don't know and what we can figure out. It's terrific.
I agree with you 100%. Well, it looks like we're about out of time for our interview. So, really quickly, I want to say thank you so much for joining me today. And how can people continue to keep up with agriculture? What do you think is the best way for them to follow what you all are keep doing down at the governor's office?
It sounds like to me, one thing you need to do is keep up with Miss Kentucky. I think she's doing a fantastic job. And then for us, our website is kyagpolicy.com. And then, one of the terrific people we've got in this state is Commissioner Quarles in the Kentucky Department of Ag. And you want to know what's going on, you can check with us, check with them. And then we've got the federal boys, which is Brian Lacefield and Hilda Legg, and with USDA. And so there's so many segments that kind of work together in Kentucky. We're on the same team trying to help. So it's interesting. Agriculture is interesting. It's exciting. And I'm just proud to be one of the cheerleaders.
I'm proud to be on your team, that's for sure. If I would choose anyone's corner to be in, it's the farmers. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you guys next week for another interview.
You bet.